say umre. And so if you are mammy, and send your kind say, Asante Mankai, say a bedia dance ye pefe, na obiate, a Juma Abram me yam and penny me ye was Santa Maimu. And yes, I may be boss say my 1,000 and something projects, where chips compounds and come home. And Juma district assemblies are ye and come home. Sebi, a janabia and come home. Where in Juma Kasa, Abram ye or man penny ye. Nana be bring so wadaorma. Otayechi tinti me yes and you may na. Enti me bono baako. Nedi kan eye edwa eye fe wo West Africa hi nyina sa adwa ne bi ni ho. E wo Kumasi ha kejetia market. Nana if you are yes Itafo market. Yes, Asawasi market. Yes, Tonsu market. A drunk one no. Na Eba hospital. Yes, I say, Sewa hospital. Afari military hospital. Formina hospital. Bekwai hospital. Nina Ewa Santa Memoha. Oba Akwanya Asawasi town roads. Swami town roads. Tafo town roads. Kenya Sea roads, High School Junction to Janasi roads, Bomso to High School road, Kote to Aiduasi to Campus roads, Emena to Bwedi, Apromasi to Ejiso, Bonre Junction to Bonre road, Aprede to Parkoso, Tikromba road to Antua roads, Bekwai town roads, New Edibiasi town roads, Bonfa Junction to Isiwa road, Bekwai to Isiwa road, Kumau to Drombonsu Road, Tepamanfo to Subriso to Fanti Road, and we are quite a few nine. Ewo Asante Maimoha.
Open for no brave woman, he said. I find it be ama contractors. And with the number of the car, me van and Kayara. Nansono, Sika 17, a buying 80 million interim payment certificate. No, Dogona every point. Every point as well. Only site. They say, oh, Capra, and I say, what do you have my contract in a year then? The Amana, and I said, you know, the Aborna, so Jessica, no, my sign, Abba site. And I'm there be the Kofa, and young contact, a good woman, so contact. We call class previous and best me trust. It's already the final Asayafana and Yafe. As look at one year, the Ama contractor, red shop. I were free of Wasi, Abad and Tando, Abisi Manso Quanta, Nanko de Abisi, and Young Quanta. I over $240 million US credit. Then I'm saying payments, no, or shall see free of Wasi, Abad and Tando. Edumano and Cosmi Papa. And the acquiring the open for your how or those are which make you your contractors local. Your big problem. The group of Bia, Lamia Prame, because I didn't scanning you go to me once who visit it me a Koyan Kabawam. Coming so much now in your in area, Archiminamwa, be free so now, but Maka say, yeah, you we never come, yeah, we have been breast. So near man be breathing, no, Unia Seven, Nesca Seven, Ama be breathing, yak. And Nimu, a Medana, Bompata, he say, I don't many years because the town rules, they do hold my up to now. It me, after year request say, terminate. Now I am Pama contractor for Francis, I dear call happy. It would do for acquiring the Kadiama contract and say, me, 60% grave we are, and as soon as I saw ever why, they must Cassano and
we have built 28,485 household toilets. Then you have the Sustainable Rural Water and Sanitation Project, where 12,972 toilets have been built. Then there's ongoing construction of 5,000 under the Greater Accra Sustainable Sanitation and Livelihood Improvement project, the Gaslit project, 5,000 toilets are being built there. The Government of Ghana Household Toilet Program, we're building 1,900 toilets there, and Rural Sanitation Model and Strategy Program, 40,348 toilets, serving 3,000 communities. And then under the Urban Sanitation Pilot Project, 21,332. So under the Toilets for All program, at least 109,000 household toilets have been constructed, benefiting 856,000 people. This is quite remarkable. Quite remarkable. The
toilets, Amamu. Yabesi toilets. In all, Yabesi 8-unit toilets, 4 8-unit toilets, 32 toilets in all.
They take your IC. This government, they put delivery trackers, also toilet. Toilet be district assembly them work. Why national government, they tell people waiting you do, then toilet in the district assembly. That one we know the count.
And the capital said, Ministry, economic management team, your chairman, Dr. Baumia. Now, sir, only Papa committee now was a old stress from diet. Old stress, a food diet. Omano, and Kuntabro, Omano, what you know, or Yen and Botano. What's Omano? Obey, chairman of economic management team. I don't know, Penny Power, say. Men na minye kasamafo ema Ghana si kasam izo no ni na ase ana mi su aduma no ono no cheche mi aduma no ono na so mampeni ada ku akufo ado okita ni nsem ni na sia wa friend say Mahmoud e wo si kasam no exercise ono no chichiri si kasam no ma economic management ni na e bi etre ono ene openi ani chima bobi wa Nancy Lebo about them in our years, I want to ask you. If you go with your message, that's sorry. Now, Uka Frago, Uka Hanketipo, when now yet they have read seven cents a car. While you want to have snake, Alahaji, Doctor, Mahmoud, Baumia, no. Yakupondi, we are saying, Adwina, Ashenu. Why said I your paper to show that 41 promises made by the MPP and its presidential candidates within 2 years, 41 have already been fulfilled and delivered as we speak now. 41.
When I look at the economic management team, it is quite clearly a fantastic team. Professor Jambafo, Dr. Akotose, Dr. Afriye Akoto, Honorable Alan Chiramanting, Boachi Ejaku, Ken Oforiata, Senior Minister Yao Osafo Mafu. What a solid team. In fact, can anyone remember the NDC economic management team? I'm sure they themselves cannot remember who their economic management team was. Kukurudu. And with that, you have a lot more confidence in the economy, and you have seen a stability return to the exchange rate. In fact, for the year, the cedi has appreciated in value. When we came in, it was running. Essentially, we have arrested it. and the IGP has the keys. He's locked it up. We've arrested it. And we want to make sure we pursue sound policies to keep the cedi stable, but it has appreciated for this year. Inflation has come down from 15.4% when we came into office to 12.8% now. In the first 2 years of an MPP administration, under this Infrastructure for Poverty Eradication program, where every constituency will get $1 million every year for rural and deprived communities. Under this program, there should be no village or community in Ghana after the first 2 years that would have a water problem or a toilet problem. There should be no village or community. Once the Ghana cedi has obtained the dubious distinction of being the weakest performing currency in Africa at this point in time. Interestingly, the NDC Green Book claims exchange rate stability as one of their unprecedented achievements. In an open economy with market determination of prices, exchange rate movements are the most important indicator of underlying macroeconomic fundamentals. As the saying goes, when in doubt, observe the exchange rate. The lesson from history for governments is that you cannot manage the economy with propaganda. In fact, you can engage in all the propaganda you want, but if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. The type of free fall that we are seeing with the cedi exchange rate is a vote of no confidence by market players in the management of the economy. The MPP will shift the focus of economic policy away from taxation to production. So we are going to move away from taxation to production. From taxation to production. If the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. But it is warped logic to jump from that to a conclusion that if there is depreciation in your currency, then the fundamentals must be weak. Do you understand the logic? It is very warped logic. If the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. But if the exchange rate...
Are we taxing mobile money because we have mobile money at Tuska?
Yeah.
No government revenue bill.
No, the point is that you are not taxing mobile money, and it is, for me, my view and that we should not tax mobile money, because mobile money transactions, a lot of the people who are using these transactions are very poor people.
I hear the incompetent one says he wants to come back. He wants to come and do more damage. As if he didn't do enough damage. Well, we are waiting for him. We are waiting for him. We are waiting for him. Oh my God. A lot of our opponents thought we were dreaming. Everything they think is impossible. By the grace of God, we are going to make it happen. 20 months in office, apart from cleaning the mess of incompetent economic management. That alone is work in itself. Apart from cleaning the mess, competent economic management, we are putting in place the structures that will deliver. And we are going to see some major changes in 2019, where we begin the full-scale operation of the Sino-Hydro facility. We will see major roads, major interchanges, and so on, bridges. We are spending almost 1.5 billion out of the 2 billion on the road sector. For this reason that our roads have been left unattended to. Even though they kept saying they've done so much infrastructure. Every district here, you'll see the problems you have with roads. Every district. You will ask every district. Get to the Eastern Corridor and ask what happened. But this is going to be one of the areas we start when we start in 2019 on the Eastern Corridor. There's a major infrastructure effort on the way, and the whole of Ghana, by the grace of God, will feel it when we start in 2019 in earnest. There's work also going on the railway sector. All of you have seen that we have begun the rehabilitation of the railways. Work is going on, the Eastern Line, the Western Line, the Central Spine. I'm very excited about the possibility of taking the railway all the way to Paga. People think we are dreaming, but very soon it is going to be possible, because this is the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. We just have to deliver. We dare not fail. We have a higher duty. We have a higher calling to the people of Ghana, and the MPP and the Nana Akufo-Addo will deliver. God bless you. God bless you.
People of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast. It is very critical that we do that. An airport makes a lot of sense in Cape Coast. It's a real tourist hub, and between Greater Accra, Kumasi, and Cape Coast, you have a triangle that really is a lot of hub of economic activity. You can build railway lines between them, and it's a major growth pole if we put an airport here to drive infrastructure growth. Of course, we are going to continue to
Abusi anyure mu ajo mu akwa ba Amanyosem na aguso ahwe face breko se eye no ko bebo ni ti aga na ho nkomo ne ba bidie na akwa koye eye edabna de unim se mpanyufo ofidie mo ntene nkomo ne be sha asientem esansensem wo ha mi se ene week na ye hwe anim se the next day na ye Wednesday Dr. Muhammad Bawumia ebe kwa kokasa na prediction nkrofo emeki ye titiri ne no ene bebu sase ne prediction now make here abam anase abam de eye movement for change kai say abama na say ambam chamala kulaku kai say abama na say amam no and ye be this answer Hong Kong me did this Huntor with my from the captain of the direction nene but wa menye me intro me did this Huntor with my from the captain of the direction from my gbe mafia major so but then so be why director me patcho twa me why na ma menya ansana na mo aba we air for new collection and I say etwa me that time pass twa me from nyina twa me from mu ma catch say after new collection there eba ne me mantade a omo ane pam ono ane pam ntade nyina de ema menti wo hwe ene say miwura campus kofo so hum say me military officer na me say yes won yelu na da honum na me ka say attention abeka attention ona dwudwa me kama ne boss onye dem ma catch say atade a me metimi atobi ahye de osu betimi atobi ahye opam me mantade oko Instagram oko TikTok oko Facebook afasinu AFASINOU afasinu collection na ompempam fama wo de o frɛ no anaka chen say won hu ne ntade na opam ni bi e original TV so eno kra alone no obema o discount na bibia timi akoyi e de ama me can so share live original TV so social media handles na Instagram, Twitter, Facebook ni nyina so original TV obetimi ahwe ho sanso na Facebook wa oko Huntor TV GH also betimi ahwe amachimi ayeye ene mema kwa mo atimi abama nsa na mpanyefo ababat ye nhwe bibi ha na no Dr. Muhammad Bawumia kasa no oka asembi na oba eye paragraph 105 or say, ladies and gentlemen, so if as my prospective employer you ask me the question, so in quote, Dr. Bawumia, you want to become President of Ghana. Can you tell us what you did for Ghana in your capacity as Vice President? I will say in response that I have, with the support of the President, had the honor and privilege to be given the opportunity to initiate, champion, or oversees many problem-solving policy initiatives, including one. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia said, I was say, Nejuma, why I was say, so. Na yesa man o mampeni ena wabobosin many of digitalization initiatives that I have just discussed. And here one. Number 2, no guarantor student loan with Ghana card. Say suafo mo kwa koji student loan say dia wo mfa guarantor bia do hia Ghana card. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia say en insanu adwuma ona yeye. One constituency, one ambulance. Dr. Bawumia say one constituency, one ambulance no en insanu adwuma. Zipline drones. Drones e dia ba ye say ye de fan supply nro enko enkro nketua mu tise be ya 10 no. Dr. Bawumia say en insanu adwuma. Agenda 111. Agenda 111 CNC Ayasabia 111. Omampeni kate sword. Omampeni ekate sword no ka say 1.5 years. A year 18 months no CAV. Ye kate sword 2021 no. We are yet to commission one Agenda 111 completed a year project. Dr. Bawumia say nejuma. Sino Hydro Butter Agreement. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia say antiasia pamo Ghana buying any China buying jumede be o matu say Sino Hydro chese omo ma yisika ne de aye akwan no ma be tu ye bauxite no. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia say nsanu adwuma. Provision of hydrourea under NHIS for sickle cell patient. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia edro bi a ye de ma ye nuanom a omo sickle cell eno so Dr. Muhammad Bawumia say or no ninsanu adwuma and this adronoma yenuanum. Zongo Development Fund. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia say for to aban but so yemfa mprimpuntu zongo so no and so ninsanu adwuma. Bank of Ghana Gold Purchase Program. Say yemkoto gold na emwama yesidi no and stabilize no. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia say eyonwa. But do you know something? Dr. Muhammad Bawumia kasana no ka say on principle obey vice president no ono Ken Ofori-Atta the governor of the Bank of Ghana say ono Bawumia in focus on digitalization na Ken Ofori-Atta in focus on fiscal policy na the governor of the Bank of Ghana so focus on stabilizing the city. But Dr. Muhammad Bawumia is telling us good for policy no omo edeba Bank of Ghana Gold Purchase any good for oil policy ni nyina no on the buy sa program imi oni nyina aim ni say e be stabilize the economy no anasi city no. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia quick we're running into Bank of Ghana claiming credit on this one. Abolishing the filing of embarkation and disembarkation cars at the airport. Now just say war move play and then move see any more car the or see a trim and here in Sanu Ejuma. Go ride taxi service for local taxi drivers. Go ride. They say Uber up here and so musi Dr. Bawumia say in Sanu Ejuma. System to tackle ghost names on government payrolls. Dr. Bawumia say on a day she share go akoma ene a year and samansia and samandin a work at you and ye free ho. But Ube cancer say some din from Ampeniku 4 person ya delete, Mercy bedelete, Mahama bedelete, Dr. Bawumia say ayan insanu adwuma. And many more. Any nyama ho Dr. Muhammad maybe say we nyina can be any nyama what to me aye. So said Dr. Muhammad Bawumia as a mate, our driver, opposite of a yesti amano. One a year so adwuma we dia. Then Mabusa said the driver no eto abama no since 2016 BC and no. President Akufo-Addo ono so ne contribution to this government no we himfa. Because over our project we any sanyama we nyina we free a year na na dan Akufo-Addo Bawumia amamum for the past 7 years ah. De beka no unhye dan hu. De beka no taxes. De beka no to to say e-levy, COVID tax, luxury tax, electricity tax, a year in WCA tax, and then a keka we sign a more from that's the only thing that will be left. So said Dr. Muhammad Bawumia way dia. Then the president Juma Ben and on so aye for the past 7 years. I also be minister say yes, under my leadership as the head of state, president, commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, menso media me. That is the question. Ghana for yebisa the government. So Dr. Muhammad Bawumia abeka say we dia. Then the president should also come and tell us what enyama waye for the past 6-7 years say yekoye nimu. Dr. Muhammad Bomia also spoke about national service or say oba enyon she opana beye ompa menye. But on record, Dr. Muhammad Bomia ono ankasa wanye national service because ebi owie school no ni Ghana ha. International service no wanye bi. But eno de me reserve for China near di sankomo no. Ni awe say national service no purpose ben any interest ben na serve Ghana for nti esuafo wie esuapon mom ko national service no because when MPP for co primaries no some of the aspirants were advocating and not only national service impo kiyema yemfa military training mu said debate Japan was advocating but Dr. Muhammad Bomia ehunu opposite ochina ebedi sankomo no ansana metia se mpanyifo ba na mia homa ntuma na so kire wadwe yemfa 5 callers patofra obodin baby a okasafi na afi wo 1 minute so obekire wadwen Dr. Muhammad Bomia edna ni so ade hunu ade atudwa wakire eniama hodo a watimi aye ede ama Ghana but anika semba ko ne say Dr. Muhammad Bomia wo hwe all this programs ni policies ahodo a wa mention nyina wa ha emu bie ni hodoma talking about CD depreciation of fiscal policy as we have known Dr. Muhammad Bomia na yere ka kire in opposition say ni kunu ni economic wizard and as a wizkid just on the ban economy pa we don't see any Dr. Muhammad Bomia stabilizing the CD inflation the GDP we don't see the who are na digitalization. Hello opinion pacho din babia kasafi
but the work from over me kaje din down
me pacho nti ofa
yo na ba o mi ati ile nyama wo mi na de o so no de ba ho
pacho
na tax ne dia ni so so nkan
so wan hu wo mu dia na chese nyon na de ba e
no de ba ne ba be dia ni obe na nya enye di nya nga na ko dia ni di nkan I am talking to what was the MP to Fredia about the way out of one, the one to way out of. Now, younger than the outside, all the kind of throw. Then can go up in a panel with a platform here. The Martin Baker needs anything. So, this obey airport, Cape Cozy. When this annual for Cape Cozy, what I say, obey airport in the Amount, and government line you Cape Cozy. Obeying the dinner to the airport in the house. Come on. Se otmin ni na suke di yu bonga we are inform nga ta tin and then ka te so to na mi ya ma wa na ni mu se oba obi na yi we be na ni pa na papa wo bo ba be dia kwa na papa wo on kan ka
okay
se le ga se ni je ka se ma o ka se ni si health insurance no de ba yi o se health insurance ba e we bo time de ta no ni ba president anani bile se mata
okay, yes, that's Papa offer from here. So, but just bet me afraid at Wajoba or 1 minute to say about Chirawajoy. Number no, and our no far, offer near far, your first lower your TV set. No, now for Yankasa phone. So, hello. Me Pacho our TV set in Yankasa phone. So, Pacho didn't baby Akasafi.
Good evening, bro.
Good evening, opening Cassie and Pachodin Babia Casafi.
Casafi Abokobi.
Pachodin.
And you share a program and
I say.
Na, the person I sent back when Dr. Mahmoud Bahomian said, Yaba Betua ba Nipa Mako 5 and 7 or movie. Ono the buyer now. Because Yama na nado ye nyina papa ni nyina omudi nya power no oso no ye na nipa omuwi eno so ka ho na omudi nya power enti mi pesa bi bisa munim ni no ma mo bisa ma no
okay
nipa omuwi eno asana omudi nya power no ono ye ya na
okay all right Medasi Panti, Dr. Baumia, we are sure say, oh, sharing on the digital platforms. Ghana ni o this shape so who say, 2020 Ghana for ni we about to man e onsanu adwuma anasa onye osanjo adwuma me dem chese Dr. Muhammad Bawumia nsanu adwuma ni se wanka wa ha etimi sinyo na yeye so onye no ye de nkubisa do yeye. Hello caller.
Hello.
Opening pachodi ba bia kasa free.
Mato FM Francis.
Pacho kasa. Pacho enti obra Francis.
Mato amasama kasa me kana se. FM Francis.
Me pacho lo awu TV set ni ankasa o phone so.
Mato masama kasa me sana se. Your vice president says I am an in your yeah. And they say, Chairman, I want to report to so what never can't do also. Because I want to Chairman, I want to receive a captain, my essay. And they say, a president, and I'm Ghana.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Every such a mount to me, they be a call Ashanti Kingdom, or no one kingdom or creating. And waiting me, I trade over to me, aye. But Dr. Muhammad Bawumia, the watch say, they were to me, aye, as a vice president. Our listening now have a fair sino-hydro, our face don't go development in Tino. Do what me I don't know, and no dancing ye. Hello.
Hello.
Opening patrolling baby Akasefi.
Ebo, Goffi Catman.
Patient you, Uncle Bo.
I am paying evidence. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia. Hello.
Me patro yetio, oh so yetio pa.
Okay. I'm paying today. I am meet. Now, me tell you that Panana, what to me? Also, I meet. Now, the boss made a good bargain. Now, me tell you that. Now, a what for one what I do tell you again. Let's get to change it. On you because the master not simple. Okay, other man, woman, and say, Dr. Bawumia, okay. Ghana, a better song from stagnation to production. Why, okay. What? $1 million directed 1 constituency in Jack. Okay, not cool. When John come. Okay, then. Say, Martina, and do mine in an echo IFF. Sounds so up today. Bank of Ghana, Bank of Ghana, Bank of Ghana. What the BBC? Chicago board, success abatabu. Now, it's there a boss or papa. If you on need to generally track record in Panama. Now, on the car. Let's all get more. It's a money.
Okay. Yeah, that's Papa opening our friend, yeah, Uncle Bo from a caswa. Young fa last scholar, now for Yemra studio. Pacho friend, a far, no other world TV set in Yankasa, our phone. So 1 minute. So, Bachelor Wajin, Dr. Muhammad Bawumia, the Wayama Ghana, 7 years as vice president. Hello. Hello. Me pacho munyi no na yamfa obi foforo mi se onya wa ese apeke ne call no. Me pacho friend e fa no aluwa o TV set no. Said e be ya e ma e feedback. Oba wo 1 minute se wo so be kire wa adwen yamfa Dr. Muhammad Bawumia. Eye na dwuma so a wasom do man Ghana for the past 7 years wa kire de aseman Ghana. Say na usi e woka. De na woka fa. Hello last caller.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening opening kase mpacho de ni be akasa fi.
From Brakofi mkasa fi ada so.
Me pacho nti Brakofi.
Me de kaka pada makande. Sa Bawumia oba no also ye mate ni.
Pacha.
Enti bibi oba ye bia no. Ne president no o ma ho kwan. Enti credit oba be bia no ye ne dia but ade no nkoye ya also ye ne dia. Na nipa na o se ano no wa hyehyɛ dem ayi abobo edi ni hina o je bogo ga agbo di ya. ɔsɛ ɔyɛ ne nsa na adwuma no na yɛmfa dɛ president na akasa no deɛ ɛkɔ no ɔne ne fa do deɛ hyehyɛ no ɔne ne hyehyɛeɛ a dɛm ne nyinaa ɔsɛ ano no ɔgye bɛɛ abla na akasa so waka dɛ ɔyɛ metini a ɔde sɛ ɔbɔbɔ so siem ansa na wɔtumi ayɛ mfontodwuma na ade ɔbɛtwitwa dɛm taase na ade mu na ɛyi deɛ ɛkɔ no ɔfa do a ano gyina dɛm tum na ɔtum ɔgye yɛ dɛ ano ɔyɛ dɛm ade ne hia nti ma asɛmpɛ dɛm ka no
okay yɛda papa yɛnua so afiri Uncle from Kaswa so Kofi from Adesu yɛde frɛ no bɛsia afei deɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkyerɛ w'adwene WhatsApp number no na ado adwene kyerɛ asi so ɛba bɛka nsa na kenkan ɛde ama me ne wokasɛ mpanyimfoɔ adwomadwa ɛwɔ fidua mu ha sei yɛnua Solomon Wusu ɛyɛ movement for change yɛwura alankwadwo kyerɛ manten before ɛyɛ Dr. Baumia bɛkasa no yɛwura alankyɛmante kasɛ Dr. Muhammad Baumia wabrɛ wayɛ fatigue wani adwene foforɔ bi a dada no a eno achi ebra yewra Baumia bekasa wie ya oso ye mate one de obeso gya wa mehwe nkwam no yewra lanchematen asaba bebo na chi biom say ticket ni na 2 vice president and the running mate one ticket so you cannot run away from that mesa makriti solo akwaba apomi ade
adom bibia koyi pa
the radias papa amenka etifo se chama lakulaku seat ni a reserve ade amane ni microphone bi are you ready the try chama lakulaku me sure say enche oba be kayensa because onyama onyi ya so tire se wontumi ma ti very confident say Dr. Chama lakulaku is on his way coming to break everything down for us. Dr. Muhammad Baumia 3-hour speech nene akwaba and apomi ade
anyamene hene ewende
see nyame adum de akani obeba because on communicating kire me say omma ahanti no
wan ka beba
Chama lakulaku beba wama Chama lakulaku ama medi ni hwa mo pa
ka chela ku se ensem ni bo e hona se enzimuru
because
me defend onda
because anope na me sending a flyer the man send ko ya so and I was share and say bibia you okay
so here na who topic
o share no o ma moaye
there be but okay debia me send you thank you but na Chama lakulaku didn't say thank you
obeda ka thank you abra topics here
but say o ma o ka kire me say o ma
so ka kire o be people from na be sure what do
you I still believe say
he will come
this way coming because Chama lakulaku there obeba o ma say obeba anyway I just so mama shase emfanfiro no mama okay so mama shase emfanfiro honum yewra na nchematen asem okan ye before kwa Dr. Baumia bekasa ne say why fatigue adwen bia ne hobi mu ni adwen foforo bia oni new style bia ode ba dada no a indeed many Ghanaians also believe say Dr. Muhammad Baumia 3-hour speech no about almost 2 hours there is like in his speech his name addresses a why dada and we repeat ya na latter part no the vision as a buy if it is in the vision it's not vision or outlining now see a vision or dada digitalization the previous administration the akoso nyina so enya de foforo bia can you say a year Lanchamanti has been vindicated and saying now access Dr. Muhammad Baumia 3-hour address in any vision
Amenchia nene na menchia wa hefo nyina na menkase Baumia de yesoma yemre very easy so we can accredit nsem bia obeka eno ntina enye won say Lanchamanti betumi accrediting right say dada no abre esanse nsem a okan nyina say yefufu a yedi cross digitalization say emma ebo nsem cross digitalization eno ntino na akoyese ono ano after 7 years in power no ayeko 8 years no again mwesi na kade papemu no na ko kasa ho hodmo a ena no yebetra ha no me ka cho se de nke hu behia pa ne se obepaga na fo acho owia no announce se esane se me buy meant to me anka nioma o mampani ka se ka me boana me aye no minna kura en contest election bio but as so dey na so nti so obekọ na ebeja na manako onto otie nsem na owura ne kan no a me fi say e wo say you move the discourse to a higher level. It's as a mino ka say we hear hopa o accommodate go for pa nipa bre and is a nipa bre na say wo no unya akwanya obeka nsem wo beto nipa akoma so a be cheche onre na de o ya ne say as wo run the commentary and we did this, we did that we now konasla a ball of kinky a do tensidia not to say Baumia Amway. And some of the two journal offer 73 pages now, close to 70% a year achievements of Abanya would dim it into mine. Na no crabby nin mefa mako na ye yi nani so. Ora no e kan e won ne kasa mu se NPP bye between 2017 to 2022 accrete inyuma 2.1 million in reality
1.2 million
in the public sector
and 900,000 in the private sector.
I want resource but we can't try but you bear litmus test a buying for be adwuma uti on senate me boy
yeah
the same senate record say wo HS me no ka say only 1.8 million Ghanaians and they are registered on more Senate.
Okay.
That is both the public and the private sector. So the young fan say Ghana for you starting adwuma ye during war buying show as the head of the economic management team. Naturally say I was see nipa 2.1 million you register on more I was Senate. And you know, that's a 300,000 be ayira. 300,000 naira no is it coming from the private sector stock and as a buying stock? They say if I buy stock, I buy 8 for the Ghana for now because private sector for cry be anuma. That's what mum to senator. Say ye prosecute or more any. Obi de sika kwa koto na dache. What they have no. One biana ye kwa koto to win nyanza wo ndi. So just say. Ana nya no credit down so say under NPP aban we so nkwa na Akufo Addo amemoi ana ya fa Ghana for wadwum. In Joraba, we are 1.2 million and I say 2.1 million Ghanaians now, or the share the Casem no, not Okunya free. Now a yentro into a catching straight. So penny baby, yet during 2024. A trono yen castle, na yen man quadana air bano, in Suya Sindi Sibidino cre. Ebio. Yes, Russia, Ukraine, and the problem by. And the by a say baby. But it is also true, say, Yanso Ankasa ya moye brayi. Because Amaya etwa enwehia ne Amaya wo wiase afana nyina echo through the same Russia Ukraine problem. But within the shortest possible time no, omu nya recover. Enya nra ya ne ye bo final ewo Cote d'Ivoire. Hwe tournament a Cote d'Ivoire a host stadia. Alasa Ouattara etumi asia edra mehwe da be ne mbo final
ko Sunday.
Me shwa fana na ma kondo keke na minya kora be kase me Cote d'Ivoire Ivorian obi na de na adwene ayesa nyoma no me no kase interest rate wo Cote d'Ivoire 5%. Yani interest rate ana nuya na Governor Addison ye born was we ya baba ko pay free so about 29%
policy rate
so just say and into the interest rate na kasa from commercial bank no ogo hema na say 36%. Na one boy ye fire suro here Burkina what a Traore soldier ni young man you could buy as if they can have ni fee no ogo interest rate 5%, a policy rate 5%. Na Ghana ye chese go for Yale, the Yalians, the Oxfordians, the Harvardians, any school akese se obukwa mkoda and intino ye interest rate and that's a policy rate no and 29%. Ukraine no na ye to bomb gu on so ye to topa ya kese no. Yes, in 2022 now omu GDP no reduced by 29%, but immediately 2023 no one recover by positive growth. To the extent say the inflation in Ukraine no far less than the Ghana. Ye to bomb to how ene Burkina threaten say yedi agora oni edi dwabio ana ye hopo obi o tesere so ka che so muye mistake a men to me tomatoes mam na mo a mote asase bedie so musu esanse tibon koso ene edi enim enutina enukure enyede enim now osa ba nyoma wa listing nyina o say ene one constituency one ambulance zipline drones agenda 111 Sinai hydro battle agreement provision of hydro dear Nisa pneumonia Bank of Ghana your friends
good for oil
purchase
policy
program
good
for oil how am never say mabisi na the everyone so van up kwanka because how sikedi koso and okura wo misa what good for oil policy da
David intermediary ni
fantastic. Even if there was any good for oil policy, good for oil policy here introduced in December of 2022. In December of 2022, not a liter of diesel and I say crude say Okruma. And then there's what I say. There has not been any change in terms of the pricing. In fact, what time we introduce gold for oil and that cost because then we can say diesel is 13.49. It's now gold for oil, no. A dear ya de ho in any case Huntor ukuta goda oto anya dollar obia oya na dollar de to e jade na mekuta goda beton menya $1 de kwakoto oya la o say me di gold de koto oya no de afi de ama oil prices abafo one e ba beto e be exchange gold for oil na onhwe de your friend say the comparative value ejire ndada ayatro aye business o market mo ubusa ho say why na ti Dubai ho na say UAE ho off front deal no ho so dem say na so as dey na Ghana's ambassador to UAE sanse mo ya mu hwehwem
Ramadan ya Ramadan papa
o ma fam ho di
Abu Ramadan
that's our governor of Bank of Ghana yi ene ora ba omi ane kenofuriata this country will never forgive them. Posterity will never forgive them. Sikano nko amo de kwahi. Now, did I hear him say another life you know the solve problems?
Yeah.
Hey. Yati krom wana obi akofa ne moaba. A moyi odi bema ebeto abre papa ya bra office ana omkoje ya omkoma omo ye chiriya. E dey problem na solve. So obi akosam fifiri na be find problem. That's just no kure bi anya den enim. Okay, say abolishing the filing of
embarkation and then embarkation as a awful play and
your guys had your feelings. I always question the say, then Jansa be pardon. I'll be dry your man immigration forms a fairly say, baby, required to be fairly. You parko will be your tikranon kai. Your church will be on the show. Will be as you know all veteran. Etidia pa nyansa be pa ne e wiase nda e move ko ne agenda 111 na also count agenda 111 e dey start e bu dia ni ewie in any case yanti kromu na ohempon otumfo na yela la sula la okumase e jijisika se ye fango go siesie konfo no chia ye premier hospital e hwe the northern sector asem kase bia si from srem atifi manzo ababedu Kumasi esi hospital nagu aban your ministry of finance your sector minister for health obi antumi ahwe hospital say be ni you ohene na yela la sulala and the abegina say agenda 111 now priority ni say na ever na national cathedral and on kan
yeah
na ko kan national cathedral
David
and ntina say ohwe ne sa no a enioma wo ka say achievement no enimu inimu kyerese na me no kase how nya bebrese nya ho kyere wo Ghana man mu sisi ano saa nyoma we say na your policies are effective a ka ba na etumi resolve the myriad of problems are on my no na yanko the vision also wo man no or spending close to an hour and a half at the car in some way ni mu no kyere Ghana for no so no one ni so de hu e ba betuja. Now, a fisher more the man, the lecture, no, the bold solution for the fisher.
Yeah.
That's a new mood, eba business and shebre. Number one on the item, no, also about abolishing national service.
Yeah.
o abolish national service there solution there problem dey solve say ye national service free ho na aduane aba besi nkwara no table so so muni ana ye tichire omaya ye pese ye chire maburu na ewie school said this is the land of your birth and was so small man say ye be ya obeye patriotic no wona sanse wanye national service because so show raba omia wanye national service owie Tamasco secondary school no dwan ko trabochi to for him no national service is never a priority yanya ye titi ye bo wuramu ye national service a ye hu so mfaso no wa wanye bi no ba be ka kire se oba ubeyi national service free no ye busa se adenti na ubeyi national service free ho a asama wo ka kire ne se adwuma bebre wo ho no mo a ya wo pese o mo employ university for no na esa se national service ti ya wo ntimi employ me why the one university wa obi pe ngofo employ wo kwa ese enfo mo in any case adwuma be na akokoshe mu a ya ma probational period editi se ampani ampase ngofo pese mfa ngofo abra mu be wie school a eganya no aso mu use that period no be service na as a probation e dia test so make me fit into the job na so pese we you bold solution se obeyi national service free na chese entwe okwa ani mu biewa o se obeyi 11 free anambo
yeah
na where you VAT on electricity and VAT of
emission tax.
And I'm telling you, explain it to you. The entire system no can any no kore. So on one the D Ghana nim echo IMF. I don't need proposal call say IMF for you be enhance your revenue measures. The quiet benye sika ba betua amuka nyina say you buy the VAT beto electricity so emission levels you budget. And until wa wudi Ghana for him this idea kokoma IMF for G2 no wa o sa ba be ka kire se obeba obeye free a na say first of all umuye because ubuya obeka say ya kan IMF documents a kind staff level agreement no ehun se wona na budi animu na ekromu ano ye ni shame o ka sa asem ye enso interest na 70-year-old 80-year-old 50-year-old ebinim ye professors PhD for no bobo mu sem wa binim say ye jimio say ye die I mean this country got to be serious as you run a commentary na and also on the 11 me defend 11 and any government to be bow be so budget toward your money biano I will defend it because you see aban bien wo Oscar egudemwa and as a president bien wa or ba betra kunya so a odi ni sika e wo de boto na na kufu ado obedi president oba no di kapre o jase former president John Mahama no di kapre Ronald Simba no di kapre ya mi no mienu sempoare te kunya de ma o say bo fa kwa ya kwa yesuku ye hospital ansa na wa fra ho say uye sika ne bema eno ti so ma na du ba bi na ye hia akwan ye hia nsuo ne ye na say aban be kase ye nkoji 11 na eno be boa me atwa asolve social problems may I will support it. The only problem I be one with policy makers and as a decision makers is obuji sikana no makodi. And it will come for MP tax tuano. South Africa higher share higher a group busumina go for 2 million kwa kutia taxa abaka se wo bi nesi because ne kwa of us way. And cause I mean cause South Africa who port to Pretoria da Joburg da Durban da ye kromwa Accra right in front of Flat Service or Jubilee as well port to da obetwi de esie president bi obebaso eti ukwa kutia taxa na ayode na ye defend this position we are the then communication director of the NPP Jabobia Samoa issued statement on behalf of the new patriotic party said it was a tax that they supported. The general secretary then your friends John Boydu supported it. The president, ministers and so on and so forth. And then obeka 11 no oba best crap. That's umuye. And me I have a difficulty say uraba obi abefa form. The moment of befa form so contest that's the Ghana na efu. Na yefu. So obeka di opa ya ma kwa na be contest na chiremba no nyina sua ntro na omoye de omba bidibi. And you know okaso oba beti to taxes so na nya no kra because taxes e wo sisi an on one diaba. Now, what's a bold solution? Oko and the sports are. I didn't know okay. Sports are any and I told you my the football, you call ya and go for you money. Yadia, Yadia, Rehona, Bahar Moa, Yehudia Yehu. One of your bows, Sidian obey. about the setting up Ghana National Sports Secretariat. I don't have any solution to our sports problems.
How?
Now, you ask yourself, say, what is the difference between the Ghana, what would be the difference between the Ghana National Sports Secretariat and the Ghana Sports Council?
Sports Authority.
Or Sports Authority. Now we see a bold solution. That means only bold solution. Now, and an industrialization, that's a trade and industry policy, and our vision, and the solution, oh, mama, and all crowd, your also, Emma will be able to survive. Or say, the other one, vision be a dear Kufuado, and one or bedding, or Babetwaso. NPP manifesto, and as a NPP trade policy was written from head to toe by Oral and Chamante. And it is a was say trade and industry policy about implementing the Kufuado implemented. Nasa no you Oral and Chamante, sa no you madia. That's Oral and Chamante contest election in Libya. Or what basis also we are to because and now the original idea, and I said you don't have the original idea of the trade policy. And also the bold solution be out there by Ghana Noir. Oko baby to say your friend say tourism. The solution is saying what's the infrastructure and you be introduced to e-visa. Go and read the great transformational plan of Oral and Chamante de Betoho. What do you unsupported idea of e-visa? A free entry. Because for example, our men say Singapore. Ghana ni better call Singapore here visa. Who do Singapore will free? You will not spend 5 minutes at the Changi airport. Now so won't be touched so many bonu krugo because the crony in a car digitalization proper. Baby I power we are seeing any Singapore. It is opposite the public kruno allow them to come, especially Womo Africa or Moba. Yari crowd 18 years, Teteno near slaves don't go for Womco Yag Mamma. Now that I'm not so free and Nigeria for Yank Bemu Bibri. Or might be at say the Dubai usual I'm on enough for development the Wemo, that ya show no more do chrome 1 year, or you show me Yuma, both of mine develop near team, Yanyad Malba, ye beard my local content. To say Dubai, a UAE, ye Ubia Duma. Kumani ni kuta 50 plus 51%, now kuta 49. When I do see kind of we about we had man who did it be a shot at the white fit. Someone Sally at the church my now you see e-visa. My brother Croatia and also free Kampala person bagana a hand for go your e-visa. That is a new bold solution. Abio also bar or bebuama interest rate day above form. Papa when I had the head of economic management team. Meno kase he be interest rate wo na ben na no watine num kasa se o kase interest rate be won anwadi onka bida na obusa se kwan ben no be fa so amana ba se entwen manifesto ne ba obe kire kwan manifesto ben ne kire kwan a ye reduce interest rate enti Huntor ensemu a ekoso wo sa UPSC ho na ayese party no ye yi do no LB before who said Vice President in Kasa. Ghana for na bonanti, yanko organize party for me. And Jedru baby cry, or run a cat in some Munuka Bobo, say, what, Obia did, just what was a quaid. The being why it bet me a solve Ghana problem. Remember, Menoka say Ghana for Ghana Nankasa, your IMF. And the budget being where you bet me a year. A better outside agreement I am fire in 2025. On top ebio say yes and now what you after na what you can away him.
Okay.
Because we don't say
wrap up 1 minute.
Domestic debt and external debt. Yeah, trash that keko. You trash 2026, 2027 up to 2039 as a 37. And the say the cry yen ya kai krana. Be a city to the dollar no. The try start to say you try your car. And go do 1:50. They do one more. And you need a leader who has a plan. You between they invest massively in agriculture and massively in industry. And until I become for oral and Chamantima or four, and it or Shafu, I won't show me. Say, Memo be a nadao. Now, Oko to Abafua, a Chinano, Ubenuno. Now, Ube train 4 years. I'm a command, do worry and also I will. A bassa, we won't see you.
Okay, Nene. Anyway, I'm working on what you said last week when you discussed it. Now, yeah, preemptive what Dr. Muhammad Bawumia Beka. Visuals near ready, I be sure. But before that, were you surprised Dr. Muhammad Bawumia 3-hour delivery, the vision and the records are on one here for the past 7 years to 8 years as Vice President and Head of Economic Management Team and the Chief Mate?
Same, me da say. Mamifa the hottest political evening show we.
That's it.
Na mentia menua solo. Say no bano. Say me senior brother. The man that I do adore, despite so on NDC ni Alan. And anytime me say me who any gentleman or a MPP apart from Alan. It is a Alan ni party. There's no gentleman or MPP more. Sammy, I'll start my quote with my submission with a quote. And about me they say, "Ubetima, no, you just leave it."
What's I mean project?
No, it's okay. But your Proverbs 17:28, or say, even fools are thought wise if they keep silent, and discerning if they hold their tongue. This is proverb.
Say empo seba kwasiaka na nutumu a yebunu so enyansani.
Thank you. Wait.
Sammy,
last week me be kanche wa ha. Say I don't expect anything sensible from a bold BBBB or na next page more. I told you here. And I've been vindicated. Say yes, there's nothing. I was more say 3 hours. Some 3 hours no. We were 2 intelligent kids. Now quali. And I did. Me no more diagro. And they are no more beside my same crime. We say, oh, these kids are living legends in terms of intellectuals and sense. Until I decided, say, me no more diagro. Until I did not listen to Zamu 3 hours, 2 hours, was 15 hours. Because nothing came out from it. Sammy, look, first and foremost, Dr. Bawumia say obemiti then economy. Or see then what economy? Broken economy.
Decline
economy. In what sense? Look, Sammy, in all sectors, say Obikancho said the economy is very bad and they've inherited a very bad economy. There are some indicators that shows. First, you are supposed to look at your inflation. Now I share your interest rates. Now I share with debt. Now I share with foreign
international
reserves. Then you go to your debt. Oh yeah, then you look at your forex, how best it is. This six items. I want to situate NDC and MPP for you and now for Ghanaians, for them to judge. First and foremost, say 122 billion. And it's over 600 billion. 122 is bad. 600 billion we can say that. And sometimes MPP for almost sorry, I don't know who do advise them. Because excuse me with the greatest respect this evening. Omni kwasa for babekasa. Until they just throw anything. MPP communicators only mu argumenta. On bisa say muja debt dollar term 33 billion. Na ye there enkodru. You say excuse me, you see how stupid they can be. Because Sammy, if your denominator is small, at the end of it, me sure say mass papa because President Akufo-Addo on a third class economics or say economics that won't go. It affected all MPP4. Look, say if your denominator is very very small, division now, say because so far 122 billion. divided by 3.4 and 3.2. The exchange rate almost you get something around 33 billion. At the same time, no, so you use the same this exchange rate, which are around 12.6 to a year, your friend saying 120 billion. The same thing. Apply the same principle to them. Say you over 620 billion divided by 3.6. How much a dollar would they pay? But because they thought said they were dealing with stupid guys, until they will just come, oh now I cannot move. And the next one, an interest rate of a year 4.2, and one there about 12.4 no. Who patches say your 4.2 no is far better than the 12.3. Then it implies that you have problem with your brain. That's the more reason why I prefer to play with now Kwali and JD instead of listening to Dr. Baumia. The next one, who can say an interest rate of during the time of NDC 22 to 25. It depends on how you negotiate. Osi debi Baumia. Osi debi how on earth say a state like Ghana say Yakobo Bosia with an interest of 23 and now 25%. And then even the policy rate from Bank of Ghana was by then 30%. It is all called banker. You are getting an interest rate of around 36 or 37, depending on your negotiations.
Indeed, the policy rate Equia could do even 40%.
Yeah, me baho. That was in 2021, 2022. And look, the policy rate went up to 38.4. It's say Uber by country say they left a very bad economy. I don't see where the logic comes from. The next one, more during the time of NDC, you try an interest and amortization about over 10 billion. But me say Debbie. Why should we pay interest and amortization about around 10 billion? And then we are paying over 52 billion on interest. As at last year, we were unable to even service our debt. None, zilch. You tell me, say you compare yourself to John Dramani Mahama, NDC government. Absolutely no. Now let me come to this 6 factors. No, Baumia can never and MPP can never meet it, and they cannot in their life. At the same time, Baumia Erbano, or Mause Oba as a vice president. No, the economy I him said Baumia because President Akufo-Addo said or no with the greatest of respect or you nifreni or Hwade. Until the only person who had the papa kakrano Baumia MPP circles. And that who patch and say monetary policy no is from the Bank of Ghana. Physical no a finance minister would you are into digitalization. Boom. One say sa da no sa nya tum MPP for no. During the time President Akufo-Addo still they still have it in their mind say yes, let's go and spew anything to Ghanaians on the funds because we have some media men who will not even think, but will just start to propagate our message to Ghanaians until Ophelli said, let me come and spew the same lies. Yes, starting with digitalization. Sami, ono minya Vice President Baumia can maybe some question too. Is it the application and or and now the infrastructure? Which of them? Because in terms of the application, NDC we've done more than 80%. Infrastructure. Look, NDC they see your friend is saying a digital center, NCA, Ministry of Communication.
Yeah.
NDC they see here. Now on the then buy. In terms of infrastructure, fiber optic from Aha Echo the north. When did they buy? It's NDC. And sometimes I wonder, say you see people who have they've acquired PhD holders, so professors, so and they cannot think to tell vice president say, please, enough of the deceit. Now I don't blame Vice President Bawumia, because there's a saying say, show me your friend and I'll show you your character. Because Bawumia Ofi, one of the nice family move, but because he associated himself with MPP under President Nanado, he started to lie. So okay, President Nanado, your friend said, the inaugural speech no. Any plagiarization or picking for speeches now abeka. Into Bawumia look, most of the things President Mama Eka said so bad as president obey him and one of Eka. Which one else? Somebody should tell me which one else. John Mama says so bad, he levy obey him. Also by I can't say he levy. And sometimes I wonder why people will not think outside the box. But because of political expediencies, let me go and sit down. Let me hear a uninspiring message from Vice President and let me clap because Semi Kofia, Yabama TNT. Sami, yeni a cromana, parliamentarians. Our parliament because of e-levy. And you see the same parliamentarians. Yeah, can't tell say me back mecha 11 and they are clapping for uninspired speech from Bawumia. Where lies your thinking? Are they not matured? Are they not? Look, Sammy, how on earth will you tell me? The person is still a vice president. Why hesitating the position as a vice president? He's a vice president. He attend cabinet meeting. So what advice does he give the president? It implies that some call a cabinet and they don't think about Ghanaians. They think about themselves. Another one, John Draman Mahama says, "Oh, bah, as grass shall be cheap." As I speak to you, President Akufo-Addo Nimpefe says or call into your setting a monument and BB committee. Bibiaba say at the end of it, Obenya about 300 and something thousand BB. They've all brought it out. President Mama says, "Oh, bah, there are some taxes that obey every year." Also, say me ba. Okay, example. John Mama says, "So me ba, I'll run only a lean government using system ministers." Also, ba say me ba, I'll use a lean government using about 50. Copy. At the same time, who Vice President Bawumia, who babe contested for a year flag bearership no. You promise every constituency 10 a year appointment. Sammy, multiply 10 times 275. 2,750. 70 sal be can one be 2,760. So, we will say this man think we are still some people are still stupid. So he will just use the media to just propagate lies and for him to go scot-free. Sammy, the year in 2016 and 2020, by then we don't know Vice President Bawumia Papa no. Say yenim no. Yenim tra size. Ni yefo asese aye protruded more than the wife there no. Yenim. Until we can just address Vice President Bawumia at any given time. Or say, digitalization and corruption down. Sammy, I have the Auditor General report, comparative analysis of irregularity 2017 to 2021. Sammy, okay in 2016. Vice President Bawumia, or say, is because of corruption, John Dramani administration, irregularities of over 700 something million, which I thought was very, very bad. Because how on earth will a nation like Ghana, over 25 million population, we should have an irregularity of over 700 and something million? I had problem with it. Me can several times. I thought, say, people who felt, say, Omondiye, they are coming with the magic 20 billion. 2020, 12,856 billion, because when we say election time, no, Omu discount into 12 point something billion. 2021, 17 point. Into under President Nanado. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So we have summation. it ended up over 50 billion.
51 billion.
Very good. You've done the calculation already yourself. God bless you. That's why you're a good journalist. Now, so money. Sammy, these are people that will tell you, say, they've performed better. Until we should just clap for them. Now, or say or buy or your mate. Sammy, and your mate behind a man a driving license. When him say,
sure.
Yes. Your mate be or no, they say, so already passengers, so that's that time no, or no petition. And now by that time no, wakobo, and that's that time wako shower line. I will to do horn into a dark. It is time my driver no be to no, only ho. Now, so this particular man called Baumia, on your mate, he's not a mate. Ah, now, yes, he call Adam. Maybe I may feel Adam. Now, Adam Road, assume say first, minimum Adam. Now, so yes, he uko to do station war, yes, say Adam station. Uko Trankamwa, ye quada. We a mate, and I make country say, oh, say, we quada, Messi war, a crobia say, ye for her. Chopoli ana Nibenya ana Sege ye kono wo driver na won say on the ni freni into on the onim hwe wo a wo so wo ye mate wo so minim road papa ye kono ye nkodu ho wo di me fa straight to aflawo na aflawo ni adan de ewa wo so driver no ye mistake wo ne me back to Ada. Will I give you the opportunity for you to bring him back to Ada? I'll be a stupid person. Sami, me pocho sa need name or say achievement to fatu or mami. I'm coming to that. Iti Baumiano or no say can't say so or a meto say or a truck push out. Ghana for say or no pa die ye ni say duma die ye won't be that. And he said he's just an abysmal failure in terms of managing the affair. Even managing his own affairs is a problem. Sammy, Obano, or see, say, or call interview, yeah, besides say, we are there, or many, excuse me. Many of digitalization initiatives that I have just discussed, and the digitalization one year for license for them to just do application. We say only digitalization by no guarantor student loan with Ghana card. Look, this is another useless something. I may see Debiano. Don't ever follow Baumiao because the all can. A guarantor system during the time of John Dramani Mahama. Now on they are all yeah. Next one constituency, one ambulance. Then one district, one dam, and one district, one dam. How I come say? I can't say if you need a meaningful dam, you don't need to use 250,000 to construct a meaningful dam. Then one fan count. Next one, I say zipline drones. Now zipline now. What is the achievement now? Because we are unable to just do what we call a proper road. And at the air can count. What's if the drone about into zip line? Yeah, boy, say now. Now drone a biko adan. And I biko a yichito. And I biko a friend a totope. Edian go into me. I don't see the essence of it. All you are saying agenda 111. Now agenda 111 says I go do say. Omo we are to say how Miss me brother Solu can. Omo we are look, Sammy. Is it compulsory say every district will have a hospital? No. Look, there's no way say every district need a hospital. Have you taken the assessment of that particular environment? For example, say Uba Adan, the distance from Sege up to Adan Ewa. By then, no, you call hospital Ewa a battle. And Jerry John Rawlings, Adan Hospital, MIA. Into your Adan Hospital, first class, built by the Chinese in 2008 and 1998, 1999. You know, into President Kufuor ever commissioned in 2001. You can't tell me say every district need a hospital. It's not true. Look, it doesn't make sense. Because look at the distance from some district to the other district. It's just close. Waste of resources. Menkase hospital yet. Because we don't demand Mahan. This man had a vision. And they can say, look, if MPP4 what the vision in terms of infrastructure, even one tenth of their John Draman will be, they will have stroke. Because look, they can't contain the vision of John Draman. They can't contain it. Next one, or see Sino-Hydro Butter Agreement. Sammy, this sign, look, sometimes I can say, Dr. Bomiano, he still feels say we are so stupid. Sino-Hydro, the deal was about time, and 2 billion. As we speak, it's only 684 billion, no, 686 million. And I buy. What happened to our bauxite? Have they started processing? It's Obama can't say that. Well, since 2018, we signed this Sino-Hydro deal about 2 billion. As we speak, only 686 million. Who say you're born same amount? At the same time, as we speak, no, only said we started paying for the Sino-Hydro deal. We've started paying for it, and because of the mismanagement of the economy, we couldn't pay last year any of our obligations. I see provision of what? Hydrourea under NHIS for sickle cell patients. Why are there? Now, so who call the renal center? There are people who need dialysis. Now, dialysis are mobile, no.
It is a Kolebu dialysis center. They car over 2 million Ghana.
2 million, and we can't pay. 2 million, you can't pay. Now, so what we try has a provision of what? Go and solve the issue of the dialysis. Our Kolebu, and when they here, next one, I see doing Zongo Development Fund. It was he say, and then the same Vice President Baumia and I can't say we are going to have a model a secondary school in all the 16 regions. It was he say. And then the same Vice President, I can't say, secondary school in all the zongos. I'll say, no, I'll say a model SHS, what the 16 regions.
Yeah.
Next one, I'll say another one I can't say, the king of Saudi, or Babesi about university, medical BBBB, and secondary schools. These are the deceit of this the man called Baumia. The next one, I see Bank of Ghana Gold Purchase Program. Look, I appreciate, say Bank of Ghana, gold part the SMU2B. And every government does it. And no, all starting here, no. Look, all previous administrations, they always buy gold. Now, so, this is not new. Where can I say, the most, excuse me again, the most silly one is a gold for oil policy.
And yeah, chrono.
Very good. Here, so we call UK, their reserve is only gold. Their buffer, UK, then gold. Why should you have gold? No, where lies the common sense? Where so your child was school? Where your child was school? Simple sense. You should apply simple sense. Who are gold? What say? Because of fluctuations no of our forest no, may the gold no oil. Now me buy. How much am I going to pay for it? Who is the intermediary? We don't know. Recently, Obi can say President Akufo-Addo is involved in that gold deal. And I'll say, Wako you no, is it Al Jazeera or say BBB? And they replied, say, you can't do us for co as we speak. Have you ever seen any shoot Al Jazeera for? None. Because it may be true. Because you are a seasoned journalist. Well, who say any agreement on gold for oil?
No.
You've not said
even the intermediaries, your parliamentarians, bisa, say no, I need they won't disclose.
Look, say Ukaya. This Frank Templeton ni deal no. What him say? As we speak, only 95%. And I can't say, oh, these are percentage for here. These are percent. Now, so the 5% I won't know. They told us said, yeah, almost country who owns their 5%. They said, don't tell us. Oh yeah, and Oba said the abolition and filing of embark. Look, another childish way. One to be a country and say frontier. Frontier Healthcare. Obey say eduma fon a obeji esika no. President Akufo-Addo ni danfo. Your friend what's the name of this Nigerian man Kramiri Finidi? Obeji esika okudi no. One time I can't say because of your initiative, Frontier for beji esika ekoe. Next one, go ride taxi service for local taxi drivers. Anything ever. And your bomb me can't in 2020. Say Okada riders obia benya taxi. They'll stop using Okada. And you no can't.
I say for Okada, between the Okada swap car.
What happened? Nobody is asking question on that. Next one, I see the system to tackle ghost sleep. Master, forget that joke. And many more in the way. Many more is a wo baumia. In terms of the corruption, wo as a vice president, who can sign a deal and now who change a whole nation. Your energy way agreement from parliament. You use ECG, you change conditions subsequent to what? Condition precedent. Condition subsequent. It's a war. You have problem. The same Dr. Bomia. Yet here, Nakalaku Bank can make you as an example. Obi the mobile. About 15,000 bags of rice. But me you soon in office. Emani one of the boy a letter the command Ghana Revenue Authority. Kek or say someone here about 10,000 bags. Koye sala. Now say ya wa hanu laku wa han can maybe some question. I don't say yeti ha ye compound house. Buta yano. Ye ko bisa Peter and I baby bisa Moses. Enya Abbas and Musa na baby bisa. He said, laku on na baby say sala rice na we. It Bawumia should stop the joke. Look, under this administration, they are the worst and the most corrupt army who be that. He shouldn't come again. Next time, no, Bawumia shouldn't come in front of anybody. Say, I want to stand for president, and you met what? You met what? Hey, now I'm gonna say, look, Bawumia, mesreno, a chance or sorry. Uncle share identity. No function so no bomb pie. That 5 o'clock prayers no. Oh, we are not for ruining. Then Obe say yes.
Okay, but we can message you.
Now the excuse for the phone or course no. We or can say John Draman
my man can message me ba baby I dey rap and say with Bawumia some more kan ye taxes I hold about Bawumia so be abolition no. We hear Bawumia vision Nasa we President Akufo-Addo una ufa Bawumia na running all the way from 2016 sa na say ne Bawumia vision ba na say a direct opposite to your vision. How would you feel? And also say Bawumia achievement in India Nanado achievement yemna meshe. Very good evening boss. I say Bawumia and Kate are same parent. So now the tax in Ghana is too much. Now as nowadays, if you do deposit to your bank account, they take tax. Oh, Bawumia. Nelson Gati, Edifree Amasaman, Akraman or Diabre. Very good evening, Mr. Huntor. I say I appeal to discerning Ghanaians to scope into good policies of John Dramani Mahama, transforming life, stability, growth, and development in the hallmark of John Dramani Mahama. Daniel Mensah, Edifree Kaswa Adam Nana. Good evening, Mr. Sami. Watching you live from Kumasi. Was it please? MPP government think we are too young again, or what? Because way back in 2016, the same Vice President Bawumia and Nanado who lied to us to vote for them till today, but no problem. Or see, we are waiting for 2024 election. Well, it's a good evening, Original TV. Please, your sound is too low. We hardly hear them talk even at the full range. Okay, yeah, that's it. Technical version where mama. Mr. Huntor, aka captain of the sinking ship. Yes, okay, Tiamon. Okaso be do at them. Well, it's a good evening, but I'm disappointed in journalists. And last 3 years, MPs in Parliament seems we are joking. Listen to Mr. Abangbagwin telling MPs to sing national anthem. Excuse me to say funny leaders. Nana Abuaje Trimudahine, Eddie Frihidium, Nade, Abraye. Where say, Mr. Sammy, good evening, how are you? I say, I'm Apostle Kofi Set. Pokwas, or say, Mr. Sammy, for 8 solid years in government, common toilet, they were not able to complete them. Mr. Sammy, please go to Teacher Mante, Suhum, run about and see by yourself. You see, I know most of them. Sir, I must say, is it Ghana Bibi? One is it Ghana one? Sir, toilet na no musino. It was under a certain name. Oh, is it one Ghana? I want say 2000 MPP buy and another buy no. Sir, toilet na no musisi across the country. Yes, there's a name. Other one Ghana or something like that. A toilet na agreement no. A build, own, operate, transfer. And tinka a private no person no. A buy na bema na sasi no bisi toilet no. Na wababe ye juma no atete kotene ka wi na aban dia. But aban no be katre yen Ghana for say e aban no na esie. E na omo contractors no say de mo do na ready agreement no. Ento omo sha asie gidi nto kohwe across the country baby esie na hwa na nyina esie. 2016 Techima de no musi makura senkin kesu seseko Ashanti regional office north the same thing ni nyina ka ram
me say 3 koda somebody na by koda for somebody and I dey say 3 adan for there no me say magical they all start at the same the same level adan for bigger than and I can say 3 omo that's the only project of MPP Wada. Because I don't blame Nana Dosi say one to Obama no in terms of project.
I think ebehwe enema no doso ba ebehwe say ebetima production
article the mame fa wo crew no yenko onkotwa no mumbra keke
sponsor eni enko yesa adwuma na ebeda sepa
no problem me the can't Randy.
Yeah.
Randy me boss.
Okay.
Me can't no.
Okay.
Maba why?
That's mate. We say Reverend that's papa from Pokwase so I remind you. We say now also no wonder if your father is a liar automatically you also become a liar. That's why all MPP and their communicators are liars. We say Huntor, good evening. I want Baumia to know that he is not a mate but a spare driver. He, Baumia, and Akufo-Addo are like STC bus driver. A mate of STC bus does not drive, but a spare driver. When the original driver is unable to drive, so when Akufo-Addo is not around, it is he, Baumia, who takes over. He should not disturb us with his mate theories. Who implemented the growth? Or who implemented the growing of we? Huntor. The Bible said, even if a fool keeps quiet, we add him to the wise. What importance has just what just mentioned brought to the people of Ghana? NPP leadership should call Baumia to stop the jokes. He is not joking himself. I say, Huntor, please let Baumia and the NPP members understand that they are owing NABCO personnel. Is that man talking about Dumso? These people, what is wrong with them? Mahama solved Dumso before leaving office. Huntor, if the whole world is still facing COVID shock, then why are Ghanaians still traveling to Europe for greener pastures? You're welcome. Hi, Huntor. How can a driver's mate do all these things, but a liar can lie? Or see, he is running away from the economics, but we shall see what happens in December from men's Pokwase amount from Radio Free. Mr. Huntor, good evening. I want a confirmation on this topic. Which party victims, so NDC or MPP? There is a lot, or there is a hot argument at my end. Thanks. Nelson, a problem behind home. According to statistics according to data, according to Nanado, according to Oseche Mensah-Bonsu, according to Dr. I won't talk about what the NDC say. According to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, according to Oseche Mensah-Bonsu, according to Nanado, NDC faked himself before leaving power in 2016. So it's there. We say, good evening, bro. I say Bawumia is a confused man. He should go back to the so-called free SHS. But please, I want to know whose account does the 10% on spot bet goes to? Consolidated fund. Good evening. Please tell your guest he lacks common sense to understand policies by Dr. Bawumia. I don't blame him. Knowledge is power, and he has none. Okay. Sana hunu. Policy one policy cross one. Okay. Solo. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia de also wayeni as a vice president, as a mate. Then a president aye, including Yura Lankwajo Chiramantia also who play a key role in the MPP government before leaving a year ago. And Tidiana Abana ye. And also some Ghanaians who said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia smartly attempted to absorb himself from the bash, because anything about taxes are in economic policy. When an economic management team propose, then the president and the parliament approve. No, every tax Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia tried to disassociate himself from. I didn't have manner esa.
This year, 2 million Ghana for. And I did back Ghana for complaining na Obekaya MPP ba pay mono. E mo na um said that duty support ama buso kan for e hu de da so mo kwa koda na Akufo-Addo ase. Ala e kire ombe sha se so mo to support duties mo. Ana amene nkofo. Na wahwe MPP ya MPP no na a predominantly businessman party. Omo ediga. Enti obi odidwa bia so touch taxes port duties that's what said adwuma. Enti omo the duty na nse mu no in parliament duty na omo de go businesses ni nyina. Onya go business dwadifo business that is what good the core supporters e MPP adwuma. Eno na MPP fo ankasa no a start kasa kese. It is a way obi a over beja MPP anemu akwakopre tumia. Na se wankasa obesi na ankasa enya happy with your policies say ni obefa kwa biso ayede adwane afiri ho. Eno na ekoma ne koye se die ono na dwirim no papa no die me na me ye. Die anya papa no na me meet. Enti ye Akufo-Addo anaye. But you see, a ye gume so campaign on when you are tiasi. Only Akufo-Addo na agina ho. Say, Okwana senya kasemena fasheme. Now I don't know whether the Akufo-Addo would the confidence on the man man so a movie a bit to be a president. Because the more papa ye ne the best one. Say, more papa suban now be dead in that we are more opportunities and will be do man anymore. More so sa number be. Mo wa se wotra hona wate ase abra wa o ka kire Ghana fo nyina se owuraku ayi Bawumia de esan se wa ben wo sikasam totoe ho nti no ana wo ye no running mate na ne e basikasam totoe ho dia wadwane afiri ho kwa hwe ni speech na are ho se edru ba bia o ka monetary policy ne fiscal policy so on the IT coordinator enti e hono e governor Addison ene your friend is Kenoforiata and Amwa Amanyosem Kuyi. Now, in another breath, the Swas also be defended the Bank of Ghana very well. So, in your Bank of Ghana, the Bay Muanka, which are you call Muno and Kayen to me, Answano. That's just all yes, I say, Umuye. So, I say, it is a mere Akufo-Addo. I'll be so worried. Me, Makase, or Akufo-Addo, or free a memumu. Now, official as president, that would be the time I may defend him. Because that time, the one faking, you know, as I say, they say, oh, yedum. You see, I know, my father say, oh, a war, and you know, you buy young coto. Would is a monocry and everything is okay. Would is a monocry is okay. And into a more train, I'm a free so. Now, free so we are. Afe, one of fun so moye. Ngofua, Sabi on Pedasam, Omunina be yinama. Satam yen you know, be very good defender. Now, Onimua, Ombusa Urakufo, Mrs. Those time Urakufo, your president. Now, me tie for the fear in our airport. Now, bedroom on Anya Lexosa, a Range Rover, Anya Range Rover, a Maybach, Anya Kana, a Shawum Crane Land Cruiser. Now, Yanni, you Urakufo free so. Any 5 hours, me faho akofadu. Me koya Jimbe, unuza Jimbe China for
yeah.
Jimbe bear for. Ka papa ne wom na ye Yaris.
Toyota Yaris.
Kete this year no just to say yeah. And I was 2 minutes out here. So what ya kunya so a and ye ho say omo ye no sere kwa ye no. And it is already kufuadu. Ebe trauma ye di bibia so an kon ena no a ye share campaign asi ono aro di mirika beka say what do you gain from distancing or disassociating yourself from
MPP's record
ene ya owura ba omi akaka so ye meter na onyo no te driving seat no owura kufuado microphone asan okromu ana ondimi nkasa wonye ma no na Ghana ne wo no sanye nkofu besi bi atwa bono ofiri so a yesi emu bi ne be abeje no ba ye beje no because ye hu se na sumye ne de oye opani a wo ka kansem na ne da atro na no age adi eno na ama ene oman a wa tena so as president hwe sanye wunya mfiri so wa party wa vice president entwin defend your own record in ka odi enko won defend record no kwa na ye hu se bo defend na Ghana for nenti ondi udane say odi o ye bait but don't forget see you say you vice president hwe nyoma wo so wa achieve nyina was one for police council anka
yeah
be when I the chairman of the police council police now that I don't know afibia e be corruption perception index be omne edin kan and also the one who the direct responsibility and was saying what the young fellows also economic management team is here the hold you dwane na police council no so yende na ewura eslawusu hana wa mon hu musuo amadachi bia wankogya baby se oye minister for communication and digitalization oye bibi wana brabo government say wakase wura ba omia enseba awoka digitalization me na me die no ye enti ono no so wonhwe se dachi bia no ombekasa now the pharmacy council betisa odo omasebube I know very well say pharmacy council for na year wo mo platform eye den na wo vice president odo hunkoji eye ntro complete now wasakoka passport digitalization of passport nye na shasi
before 2016
no
pilot initial 2014 and they launched in 2016 20th December
NIC national insurance year you to me check say insurance ka wo ho ne enipa o ya say ade minim nipa na papa ya ko jaman the vice president did nothing absolutely nothing. I was the national insurance commissioner e ja ban the apa govon bi enti won wa kaka so converse ko NHI omo platform said you must be bre ya ansa no mo ye was the vice president was ye hu bibi dia na ye o but omaka se bibia no yenka so na ye na so enioma yi a NPP aye aban ye otisu yi aye eso ani so ani dia the better but I can tell you say ebufu e wo system no sa bufu na Ghana for the beto aba moral and chamante na sa bufu no e de bema MPP e wo so yi ebe suffer is heaviest defeat matisa racial for bi nam inframen ene emetete anyina bi nam social media won se eba omampani sa racial for we no odi tudwa ene kra be boa ma wamamu no egu before October because a genie be a made to tears and no credit any of my penny. I would have found one and cafe. Yes, I'm sure. One cast away a minister for everything. Because I could afford you don't go swan more. At the same one for the pension.
Many people.
Who? Yes, one miracle about you be called information ministry to the Ghana life.
I call your punk room.
I call you first post.
Miracle. Okay.
Information.
Miracle was information.
I don't know what local government or the presidency.
Yeah.
He's in charge of local government or the presidency.
No,
I just spokesperson. No. Or the presidency. There's nothing called a spokesperson. Or local government. The title be for local government or the presidency.
Coordinator said you. Now, I always say I say Brian call national security and record the interior.
Now I'm
there some return now. We are ready. Chairman Sako Foreign Affairs. Na Omar return be from more Kamunko campaign. Yes, I won't go bore about me. Now, oh God, the heaviest defeat. Now we won't be now. Now, maybe cut one. Kusibu afwana the public sector reform.
Yeah, reform, yeah.
Aquano. So Wajiganiska, the next administration must investigate him. Because Oba and Wama may be a Mwagana.
To conquer Bruchana Becania was
very useless. So useless. You see, all the Chromano, one more caucus your theory. Say, I mean, you are a tourist. And you know, if it's a Oko kind book, memory in answer. Wako kind book now by implementing. Wo ya de public sector reform share one sa. Wo sorry ya ko Rwanda ya ba catch Ghana for nya say yen kwasha for. And you have the guts to say oral and chamanti you go digger. But and na dwi oral and chamanti you go digger. Why ya de public sector ma wo public sector they be or reform no won to me TV no. Wo would you go digger. But I'll pardon him this evening. Now I'm reserve for the rest of the fight. I will take it to this one. I will make it my personal project. Say, one no more the lives of Sakusi Buafono. One more nama Ghana no egu. Oba go introduce a single policy in the public sector.
Reform.
No, because on to me reforming. Who better reform the public sector? No?
Okay.
And when you say na to Orekufu for and nama Ghana abunyinya abasasa. Ghana ne guagu mutiri so a ene muntumi mpie enko sra Ghana for na yetiwa be catch say bold decisions ebe me yaso ra baumia benya 12% in the national elections so nya more than 12% me kra be dia reho because it tells me say Ghana for was kuta sound mind you know and to sound yaba no oba use sound mind no
okay nene wait
What can be so look, let's settle this issue about the digitalization. So no the last bit of NDC. E-service. Yeah. Look, reforming the government sector. You were Minister of Finance.
And I may have no me editorial.
Look, it is sometimes I would see MPP for and I know, especially Dr. Baumia. So no, yeah. Look, Oba no, who can't say, Oba Bema it constituency $1 million. Ecosystem. And the one can't watch it. And yet the same Vice President Baumia, Cape Coast for air channel. Cape Coast. Ogwa for almost channel. That try sign all year say Ufri Accra to Kumasi to Cape Coast. They say only Accra, Cape Coast ni Kumasi. And a city I was a Ghana. Yeah, channel. Look, Sammy, who be some brother and say, assume you say, ye all taxes no, ebe kwa kusise. Sammy, under the IMF program, omoko sanye no, there's going to be hardship from this year, echo. Look, and the only one said, this is a different obia or called the international marketer. Obia bedding our way too. Okay, during the time of President Rollins, you have a problem about your physicals. President Kufuor no, okay, almost a new person had come. At least that abnormal borrowing ye kwa obosia abnormal ewo eyi the Eurobond market and the kankan oba betwa so. Now so this president this administration, as I speak to you, last month treasury bills per omunyaye it's over 12 point something billion. But they are telling you they are not borrowing. Treasury bills over 12 point something billion. And at the same time, we will say you are cutting on expenditure. Who cut it the way? Is it the government one? Another way. You are not telling anybody anything. Look, Ghanaians are not stupid. Excuse me. We want the best. As soon as President Nanado, ni say mainstream Baumia, I could drink Ghana for one. You can't come and tell us, say, oh, because of say no, ye baby ye say ye baby ye these taxes, and I there can because you don't have what it takes. At the same time, or say, or baby ye say no our port no, similarly, baby ye say then Togo. And what are you waiting for? It's a Togo for entry on Yansan. Can't you think? Togo, first, I need jeans na Togo. Togo jeans, any honor apart from jeans. There be Togo. Say some who share there every Togo for. It implies you are not applying what God gave you. That's about me. Oh yeah, no, I say then. So Oba be making sure say I know so the 40-footer container bar. Despite the Nyama woman, you are going to have a flat rate. Yeah, where lies the sense? As you say, me ban me the tissue paper 40-footer container air. Are you charging me Obia or the papers air the same price? Well, another one
more rate.
One more rate. Or since we are going to have a flat rate, 20-footer container flat rate, 40-footer container flat rate, and people applauded this. And no the benchmark value by. And no cancel here. Later on, they brought it back. So where lies this deceit? Look, it's time for us to tell Dr. Bawumia enough of this lies. And fatano, because I said Bawumia ko yeti say eyi prekonama ye towo masalachi. When they be talk because haram. Prekonam udi call masalachi ubi and talk because haram. Vice President Bawumia can never be a president of Ghana. They underline it. Then in one country, so of course Zimbabwe, no. Zimbabwe inflation went up to 300%, and Mugabe pamu. Then in one country, so Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe. Inflation went up to 300% to the sense of brodo, more than 1 million. So where lies Bawumia? Bawumia Urban, or can't say he's an economic whiskey. The wife, Samira, and to be kind, or did he attempt, and I can't say, the husband, there is economics, the party, or the two. And then I'm in Okasan. The wife and Timmy can't make coffee. Excuse me, this is Jimmy Nino, but you can say, my husband, there, or your economic whiskey. Because he doesn't have it. He doesn't have a minute in terms of how to manage an economy. He doesn't have it. He said that, look, me sure say, Ken Ofuriata, Gabi, Kelly Gajeku, Uncle Dada President Nanado said, Bawumia are very, very good. Because look, there's no way somebody will tell me, say Bawumia deserves to be a president. Is it in laughter? And then the nodding of the head, so Kasa. Another way. Look, President Nanado presidency, I hear so for it will be a sorry or say the president. Because there's no why should Bawumia be our president? How? No, how? Somebody should tell me, somebody should convince me. Say Bawumia deserves to be a president. In what sector? Which of the sectors will you tell me say Bawumia deserves to be a president? And some sorry, you are comparing Bawumia to John Dramani Mahama. How? I say a toddler and a university graduate.
Okay.
Kindergarten child and a university graduate. You are comparing Bawumia.
Abusiafo yedamwase chamalakulaku seat no ela that is so the microphone so na
because onim so baha
chamalakulaku wantimi amba
o say then o friend no
me friend no o say oko Cape Coast afa no do La Paz the traffic so better traffic ntina wantimi amba
a whole MPP say omkoto e wache no o say na koso be motorcade then till one friend police ni say they did any member
because at the time I'm a friend and now it's like we find say 7:10 10 9:30 say anyway chamalakulaku next week very
so what do
so try be
5 minutes
so try be one police agent in tempty next week
yeah ba yeah
Original TV Ghana ye dieni
me de bema wo yere na wo sanso wo mpana na o kaso do mo mienu nyina me hu so ekohwini efisa akoma na ye baako wo me mfa no mienu sa
oba na de na okeka ne sa no ye nananom na omo ware ema bebre wo fie asumdie wo fie no na de na kan so omo ya na kohwesem